Did you know that arthritis is actually part of your body's healing process? It's a natural thing. It's a natural response to an abnormal stress. Now, I'm not saying that we want to have arthritis, but it's a component of healing in response to this abnormal stress. So let me explain to you what I mean. So what happens is, if let's use the spine for an example. Now, arthritis can happen in different joints of the body, including the spine. So if we look at the spine from the side, again, we're supposed to have these 3 different curves, including this backwards curve in our neck. And that is probably the biggest component today that gets affected. Because why? We're spending too much time in a computer or looking down at our phones, and it reverses that curve or puts the head forward and creates abnormal stress. So when we have this nice backwards curve, the weight is on the back of the spine, on the joints, which is supposed to be where the weight is supposed to be. Excuse me. So when we lose that curve in our neck, if any part of the curve or all the curve, the head goes forward, we move the weight onto the front part of the cervical spine, the neck, which is the disc and the bones. We don't want to have that weight there. We want to have it on the back where the joints are, not on the front part here, which is the bones and the disc. So what happens then, your body says, okay, that's not where the weight is supposed to be. So it's got to reinforce that area. It's kind of like if you put an addition on your house and the original foundation was not designed to support that weight, you may have to reinforce the foundation. Where your body sees this abnormal pressure and says, that's going to break down. So it's going to rob calcium from other parts of your body, from other parts of your bones, and it's going to deposit it on the front part there to try to make that area stronger. So that's a normal response to an abnormal stress. Now the key there is not to treat the arthritis. We want to get rid of that abnormal stress. We want to get a better curve in that spine, get that pressure out there, get the joints moving better. So again, we always look at with health, it's a process, not an event. You don't get arthritis overnight, number one. And number two, we always want to correct the cause of the problem rather than treat the symptom when it comes to your health. So even if you've got some permanent damage there, the best thing you can do is get that spine adjusted to get the pressure off there so it doesn't continue to create more degeneration. It doesn't continue to lay down more bone in those areas. It's going to move the pressure back off there, get those joints moving better. Now, I've seen some things over my career where some of that can be reabsorbed. Most of the time it can't, based on the research and what we see. But there are times where some of that can get reabsorbed and get that pressure off there. So again, get to the cause of the problem, understand how your body works. This is an innate, inborn healing part of the process, but we don't want that to happen because of the abnormal stress. We want to remove that stress.